The BMX 3000 sports car. Introducing the new BMX 3000. Set yourself apart from the crowd with a car as modern and sophisticated as you are. The BMX 3000 has everything you ever dreamed of: speed, beauty, power, and performance. But be prepared for the attention. Wherever you go, people will watch and admire you and your BMX 3000. Wake up and get into the car of your dreams. Drive a BMX 3000 because you only live once.
Floral Essence Shampoo. Put an end to dull, lifeless hair with Floral Essence Shampoo. Floral Essence contains 28 vitamins and minerals, so your hair will shine with health. Studies show that Floral Essence's exclusive new formula makes your hair twice as strong, while protecting your hair against the harmful effects of wind and sun. Use Floral Essence Shampoo for strong and healthy hair.
Dynex Laundry Detergent. Trying to get rid of tough laundry stains can be frustrating. Luckily, there's Dynex Laundry Detergent. Dynex has 33% more cleaning power than the next leading brand. If Dynex won't work, nothing will. Yet, while Dynex is powerful enough to get out the worst stains, it is gentle enough to use with all your clothes. Give it a try and see the Dynex difference for yourself. Unless your clothes look their best, you won't feel your best.
Crystal Spring Water. Crystal Spring. It's the clear choice. When you drink Crystal Spring Water, you refresh your body with 100% all-natural spring water. Unless you like lots of artificial additives in your water, you'll love the pure, clean refreshment of Crystal Spring Water. Collected straight from a Swiss mountain spring, with nothing added and nothing changed, Crystal Spring is water the way nature intended it. And at Crystal Spring, we are committed to taking care of the environment. Our plastic bottles are 100% recyclable and use 50% less plastic. Drink Crystal Spring water because it's good for your body and good for the environment.
Planet Mercury sneakers. Until you put your feet in Planet Mercury sneakers, you don't know what they are capable of. With Planet Mercury's revolutionary new patented sneaker technology, you can run faster, jump higher, and perform better. Why settle for less when you can have the best? Take it from NBA star Derek Larkin, who says, "I wouldn't wear anything else on the court." Join the Planet Mercury generation. Don't let everyone else have all the fun.
Wow! Look at all those bags. I wouldn't buy any more if I were you. I think you're going to regret spending so much money today. You bought 4 sweaters, 3 dresses, and 2 pairs of shoes.
Actually, I bought 3 pairs of shoes, but don't worry, I'm not buying another thing. I don't think I could carry anything else. And anyway, after all this shopping, I'm officially broke.
Let's go so that you're not tempted to buy anything else. Hey, where are you going?
Look at this gorgeous sweater.
Didn't you just say you weren't going to buy another thing?
Yeah, but now I'm not so sure. I hardly have any red sweaters. This one is adorable.
I thought you were broke. I would just walk away from it if I were you.
Well, I do have my credit card.
I don't think using your credit card is a good idea. Think carefully about it before you blow more money on more clothes.
You're right. I'd better not max out my credit card. Okay, I'm going to show some self-control. If I stay here another minute or two, I'll break down and buy it. So quick, let's beat it.
Good morning, and welcome to the class Advertising 101. You are here today because you want to learn the secrets behind how advertisers sell to consumers. As you become more familiar with the techniques advertisers use to sell their products, you will notice that these same approaches pop up again and again, selling everything from toothpaste to tires and life insurance to laundry detergent. Let's take a look at some of these techniques. Endorsements are one of the most popular types of advertising techniques. This technique shows a famous person promoting the product. Because viewers admire and want to be like the person, they may want to use the product. Here's an example.
I'm famous for my smile, but I owe that smile to Sparkle Bright toothpaste.
Another popular advertising technique is called the Bandwagon Technique. To jump on the bandwagon is an idiom that means to join something simply because it is fashionable. So when advertisements use this technique, they try to make viewers believe that they will be part of the popular crowd if they use the product. Listen to an example.
More and more people are switching to the refreshment of Dew Top Cola. Don't you want to be one of them?
The anti-bandwagon technique takes the opposite approach. It encourages consumers to feel that if they buy a certain product, they will show their individuality and be recognized as someone special.
When you're ready to break away from the pack, there's Indigo Jeans. Think for yourself. Indigo Jeans.
Emotional appeal is a technique in which the advertiser tries to get the viewer to respond to the commercial with some kind of strong emotion. The advertiser wants the consumer to associate the product with the emotion. Listen to two examples of emotional appeal.
Even though my mama and I live miles apart, she is always in my heart. That's why I'm sending her a Caremark card, because when you send Caremark, you say, I care.
Imagine if your home was burglarized in the middle of the night. What would you do? How would you keep your family safe? Luckily, with safe home alarm systems, you never have to worry about the safety of your family and your home.
One. Good morning, and welcome to Advertising 101. 2. You are here today because you want to learn the secrets behind how advertisers sell to consumers. 3. Because viewers admire and want to be like the person, they may want to use the product. 4. The advertiser tries to get the viewer to respond to the commercial with some kind of strong emotion. 5. The advertiser wants the consumer to associate the product with the emotion. Ads everywhere. Do you buy it? For most people, It is virtually impossible to go through the day without seeing advertisements. From the time we wake up and flip on the TV or check our email, we are surrounded by advertisements. They are in magazines, on buses, on billboards, online, and on buildings, to name just a few of the places we see them throughout the day. According to a recent study, the average person is exposed to between 400 and 600 advertisements each day. This means that by the time we are 60, we will have been exposed to 40 to 50 million advertisements. In the past, advertisements were usually designed to reach people in their homes through traditional approaches, like TV commercials and newspaper and magazine ads. However, people's viewing habits have changed dramatically in the last couple of decades. These days, people are less likely to give one form of media their full attention. For example, even if someone is watching TV, they are also often using the internet at the same time. Advertisers need the consumer's attention in order to promote their products. But because getting this attention is harder than it used to be, advertisers have been forced to find new ways of reaching the consumer. One unconventional place advertisements are popping up is in doctors' offices. In some doctors' offices, pharmaceutical companies advertise products on everything from boxes of tissues to the paper covering the exam table. Doctors get free products, and the advertisers get the consumer's attention. Similarly, advertisements are becoming more common in schools. Free products, such as book covers and educational posters, are offered by companies so that the company can advertise on these materials. In the U.S., a company called Channel One broadcasts a 10-minute news program followed by 2 minutes of commercials each day in 350,000 schools. Because the schools show these news programs, the companies give them thousands of dollars worth of much-needed audiovisual equipment. Advertisers have found that one of the best ways to get consumer attention is to place ads in unusual places. So, ads are popping up in all kinds of unexpected places, like pizza boxes, grocery carts, air sickness bags on airplanes, and even on pieces of food like bananas and apples. A television network recently imprinted its logo on 35 million eggs. They called the approach eggvertisements. One of the strangest developments in advertising has been people selling advertising space on themselves. This mini-trend began in 2005 when a man offered his face for advertising to the highest bidder on eBay. A pharmaceutical company won the spot, paying the man $37,375 to place a temporary sticker on his forehead to advertise one of their products. He may have been the first to offer such an unusual exchange, but he was not the last. Perhaps the sneakiest form of advertising is called buzz marketing. This involves a company hiring people to create excitement about a product. In exchange for free products or money, these people pretend to talk about the product spontaneously in everyday settings to people they meet in their daily lives. Sometimes professional actors are even hired to pose as users of the product. If the technique is done correctly, the consumers do not even know that they were the target of buzz marketing. Lately, buzz marketing has been spreading to chat rooms, internet forums, and blogs. Wherever we go, advertisements seem to follow. Unless you're reading this article on a desert island, there's probably an advertisement close by. And there seems to be no limit to the lengths advertisers will go to in order to catch our attention. In the years ahead, we can expect advertisers to come up with even more creative, surprising, and outlandish forms of advertising in their ongoing efforts to grab our attention and our wallets.
Is handwriting obsolete? Handwriting involves forming letters with a writing implement. Proper handwriting, i.e. cursive writing, normally requires formal training that is still in place in some schools. Naturally, at initial literacy levels, young learners are trained to manipulate a writing implement and develop their eye-hand coordination so they can form letters. As learners get older, however, they are more reluctant to write. One of the reasons mentioned is the fact that most people word process, making handwriting unnecessary. Even older adults that used to have a distinct handwriting style often claim to have lost the ability to write smoothly and evenly. So, is handwriting obsolete? Should we forget about it? Handwriting has been a very distinct identifying feature. It represents the writer in more ways than one. Graphologists analyze handwriting to determine character traits, gender, personality, and emotional state, or to authenticate documents. Allowing it to truly become obsolete would remove an identity marker that has been regarded quite highly in historical and personal terms. Handwritten notes of prominent authors are coveted by collectors, who will often pay exorbitant amounts to possess them. On the other hand, most of us will invariably use a computer when we write. It is fast and efficient, and it makes editing so much easier. You can delete, copy, paste, store versions of your work throughout stages of editing for later reference. You can spell check and search for words or alternative expressions. Compared to all these advantages, handwriting seems so restricting and restricted that most computer-literate people limit it to scribbling notes for someone or filling in forms that are not available in electronic form. Tests, you might argue, require handwriting. Some do, and some are computer-based. It is true, however, that a substantial number of pen and paper tests require writing by hand within a set time limit. Rusty handwriting is likely to affect the final score. Overall, there seems to be some resistance to the total and unbroken hegemony of the computer, indicating that people do not want to become totally reliant on it. They are keen to hang on to some of the more tangible aspects of literate life that can be manipulated and accessed without the help of a device, such as reading books or writing by hand. In view of the above, we would have to consider a more inclusive standpoint that allows us to exploit technological advances while maintaining the ability to write with a simple implement on a surface for someone to read. Being able to record ideas, information, and messages in a self-sufficient and independent manner allows us to control the action itself and continue being masters of our expression.